Mr. Alec.
Mr. Charles, how are you?
I'm doing good. Can I ask you a favor? We're going to try something a little different. We're going to try to go over to Zoom.
Okay.
And if we do that, we can actually do some webcam action, which we'd like to do.
Alright, you have a call already up on Zoom?
I do. Check the Slack general channel, and it should have the link to you.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. How did that work?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
All right.
Do I need to start my video?
Yes, I think I can see you. Yep. All right, let's see how this looks on the old Streamlabs. Oh yeah. Oh, that works. Fantastic. Well, with that then, 7:03, it's time to go live.
Alright. Let me just do this thing here. I want to make sure I get a little bit of that airplane action in the background over here. I'm gonna...
Oh, come on.
Ginger's looking at me.
Where's my Mary?
Yeah. Oh no. Am I causing problems for you, big guy?
Did we even see anything?
No problems, no problems.
All right. Well then, let's get right into it.
Okay.
All right, we are up and running, and as that departing plane clearly shows, it is northbound today. All right. You seeing the stream okay?
Yeah, let me, it's up here.
Yep. Yeah, second seat cam is right. We got a right seat guy.
It's so weird to watch a delay.
I know. It's the worst. So we'll just do what we can. But if you look over here, we are parked right outside. Oh my goodness. The Museum of Flight.
Hey, look at that.
I know. Isn't that just great? Okay, November 2428 November is our call sign today, and we're flying the Diamond DA40. Great speedy little plane. I absolutely love that clamshell design too. It's the coolest thing. All right, I'll turn off static elements, put ourselves in the cockpit there. All right.
Get going here.
And I'll get things warmed up. For those joining us on the stream, welcome. Whoa, nice MD80. Those of us joining us on the stream, welcome. This is Workup number 2 for GiveBIG 2020 here at the Museum of Flight. We are flying north out of KBFI. We're going to do ourselves a loop around Lake Washington, come down the south end, land at KRNT. Should be a nice evening flight again. And we've given us a little bit more cloud cover today and some winds from the north, 7 knots, but I suppose we'll let ATIS tell us that. So, all right, let's see. Let's get things going. Fuel looks good. Mixture full rich. Prop full rich. Fuel is being supplied. Fuel pump. Clear prep. That didn't sound good. What are we doing? I'll give it a little bit more gas. Nope. I didn't like that at all.
Looks like it's not even cranking.
No, I know. It says low volts, low fuel. That's not overly surprising. Hang on a second. Nope. ESS bus? Nope. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Well, beats me, but I actually suspect something's wrong with my controls and not with the aircraft itself. And so just to be a cheap ass, I'm gonna be all like, set engines to running. Duh.
There it goes.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what the magic formula is there, but I certainly didn't have it. Alright. Panel, beacon, nav, strobe, taxi lights all on. Now, I took this baby out for a spin earlier today, and one of the things that this plane doesn't do automatically for you, which was came as just a wonderful surprise to me, is the takeoff trim is not set correctly when you start. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
I took this thing off runway 34 and went right up into the air like a rocket. It was terrible. But I'm not letting that happen to me again. All right. Bloody bloody blippity blue. I'll just keep the brakes on here while we talk through what we got to talk through here. Okay. Let's see, who else have we got on tonight? Oh, good deal.
I got Sofa Justice Warriors back.
Hello, Sofa Justice Warriors. Chelsea Olsen is joining the meeting. I'm going to change it to a gallery view so we can see what this looks like on the stream. So now it's going to be like Brady Bunch view.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Hello, Chelsea. Can't hear you, but we can see you.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me now.
And now we can hear you. All right, good deal. Now, apparently I have to admit every single person who tries to come into this room, so I'm going to have to switch between the airplane and like letting people into the Zoom chat. That we have to fix for later because, oh my God, no. But with all that, great to have you here.
There's just awful feedback too. If you're on watching the stream and you're on this Zoom meeting.
This is something that folks who've been calling into like AM radio since the 70s know all about. There's a delay. You got to shut one or the other off. So my recommendation is turn the audio off on your stream. Like if you're watching Twitch, don't watch it with the audio. You don't want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the old like radio show call-in problem. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're good here. I'll keep an eye on things as we go and make sure I'm letting people into the Zoom room at a reasonable amount of reasonable rate here. So let me just pop this up real quick. This is going to pop over top of y'all on the stream. I got a magic button that lets me pop up the tablet with ForeFlight. So we talked about this. Alec, just follow along with me here as we talk about this. So it's going to be a north departure, KBFI. We're going to do, what is it, 32 left, I think?
32 left's the big one, yep.
Well, we're closer to 32 left. If that's what they tell us, then that's what we're going to do. My suggestion, my thought here was that we essentially keep that heading until we are just crossing Golden Gardens and the marina, and then we hook a right, and then we aim for the north end of Lake Washington. We try to find the marina there, sort of where Kenmore's operating. Take another right, head toward Redmond, and then hook south all the way down until we hit Covington, and then we should be able to vector in for a approach to KRNT, and that would be a landing at runway, well, come on, KRNT. Looks like 34, runway 34.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Well, I tried to make sure that we didn't get too heavy, like we tried to get out of the pie as fast as we could, and then try to stay out of the pie. We are still operating within some Class Bravo airs. Well, there's Class Bravo airspace above us, so we don't want to get above. Let's see. We don't want to get above 4,000 north of Seattle, and right here, let me point this out. Right here, it looks like we have to transition through class Delta. And as I understand that, you simply have to call in and say you're transiting. Is that right?
Yes. If you're transiting through, are you talking about transiting through the Renton class Delta?
It looks like the Renton class Delta, though it goes from ground to 2,500. So do I understand if we were above 2,500 but below 3,000, we wouldn't have to call them?
Technically, yes. There's a little gap there where you don't have to be talking to anybody.
I mean, I'm not an antisocial guy, but
that said, just to be safe, generally we'll call them up because this is a very high density traffic area.
I see.
With aircraft IFR and VFR going in and out, especially off of Renton, you'll often get the Boeing first flights of the 737s and the Maxes.
I see.
And for those, they close down the entire space and they haul ass out of there. So they want to make sure that you're clear of that plane that's launching and everything else.
Guess we better make sure we keep them on the radio, huh?
Yeah, but to answer your question, yes, you'll need to get in touch with the tower transiting Class D airspace. Key thing to keep an ear out for is if they repeat your call sign, you are okay to go in unless they explicitly tell you to stay out.
I see. Okay.
If they call you back and say, aircraft calling, stand by, technically, two-way communication has not yet been established, and you cannot enter a Class D airspace.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use the ATC, the Robo ATC, in this one. We don't have VATSIM on the horn with us today, but we'll use Robo ATC and do VATSIM another day. Okay, 29902. And we'll request clearance for our flight plan KVFI to KRNT VFR.
DA40 Diamond Star 28 November. Cleared IFR2. Resonating S5. Maintain 2000. Squawk 4703.
Squawk 4703. Okay, let me turn on my... Oh, where...
Looks like your ATIS is working tonight.
It is, yeah, no, Robo ATC is good. We are squawking 4703. 4703 on, read back. I think I need a little bit more volume, though, on this, don't you think? I can't hear that ATC for nothing.
2000 squawk 4703 DA40 Diamond Star 28 November.
All right. And we'll call ground control and request taxi.
DA40 Diamond Star 28 November. Runway.
Interestingly, I can't actually hear the audio from the stream. I'm
Oh.
not sure if that's because Zoom is prioritizing.
Yeah, you're not going to hear it. Well, you're not going to hear it from the stream, and even if you did, it was going to be it's going to be delayed. So that's a problem, especially if we need you to hear the radio transmissions. So we'll have to think about how we're going to handle that.
I mean, I could theoretically log into VATSIM and listen in just in an aircraft on the ground. That way I can be in the loop.
That might work.
10. Hold short of
There we
runway
go.
32 left. DA40 Diamond Star 28 November.
I might still also be able to log in as a controller, as an observer.
Yep, I was able to do that.
I don't know if my creds are still good, though, for login. It's been years.
Okay, well, here's the deal. We have read back. We've read back our instructions to taxi by just reading the arrows on the ground here, which is very helpful of X-Plane. Thank you for doing that. Looks like we're going to be taking off runway 32 left. So, what do you think, Alec? You want to go flying?
Down to go flying. We got our ATIS.
Oh yeah, yep. We got altimeter. That was good. And here, I'll tell you what. Let me tune COM2 real quick. I've got that on ATIS.
Seattle Tacoma INTL Information Alpha.
And it looks like you're parked at the
200
museum, so
Zulu
it should
weather.
be a simple...
Wind 360 at 7.
Yep.
Visibility more than 10.
Bravo 10
Sky
taxi
conditions
routing,
4000
I
scattered.
guess.
Temperature
Yep.
13. Dew point -15.
Okay, wind is 360
Altimeter
at 7.
2992.
Visibility more than 10. Sky
Arriving
conditions
runways 34 right,
4,000 scattered.
34 center, 34 left. Departing runways 34 right, 34 center.
All right. Let's get the brakes off and go.
It looks like an older diamond you're flying, Charles.
Well, it doesn't have one of the G1000s in it, that's for sure. I think it is a little bit older. Yeah, you got that. I don't know. There's a look to the knurled surfaces on the top. I don't know. Feels that way. I think I've got a G1000 model, but I tell you what, for a technology guy, that thing scares the heck out of me. I kind of like these crappy GPSs. Doot. It's sort of a 1/3 busy day at the museum there.
Oh, they even got the AWACS out there and everything.
I know. What are these hulls they have here?
Hulls?
Yeah, they're kind of like, they almost look like panels that would go on a rocket. You see them over there? They're like freestanding, like standing up
I see, yeah.
panels. I don't know what that is. NASA's secret project.
I know occasionally you'll see what looks like a piece of a side of an airplane just out there on its own on a stand.
Uh-huh.
And those are actually used for airport firefighter training.
Oh.
Because the trucks have this piece of equipment that's designed to pierce the skin of the aircraft to spray the foam into the plane itself. And so that kind of piece of metal that they have up allows them to practice poking into the plane.
I'll be. It's pretty cool. All right, contacting tower, checking in with controller.
DA40 Diamond Star 28 November.
DA40 Diamond Star 28 November. Fly heading 310, runway 32 left. You're cleared for takeoff.
Okay, we're cleared 32 left. All right, November 2428, November, clear for takeoff, runway 32 left.
Fly heading 310, runway 32 left. DA40 Diamond Star 28 November.
Ring ding 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 ding.
Approaching runway 32 left. Entered runway 32 left.
If you got any problems, let's say
9,800 feet
long
remaining.
runway again. Otherwise, you got another rail yard off the far end of 32.
Far end of 32 in what direction? Is it straight, or do I need to take a turn to see them rail yards?
It's pretty much going to be straight off your nose, maybe slightly right.
Okie dokie, I'll watch for those rail yards in case anything goes wrong. Now, tell me something. This sort of pre-runway area here, this sort of run-up area, is it expected that I would actually taxi to the start of the runway, or can I use this space actually as part of my takeoff?
It's a great question. If you see the arrows are colored in a white color there, this is a displaced threshold. You are allowed to take off of this or taxi on it, but you just aren't permitted to touch down on this part.
I see. We have to touch down further ahead on the runway, but we can take off from it. Okay, well, good to know. We'll, ooh, man, these are really sensitive wheel brakes. Sorry about this. Ugh. All right, let's see here. Flaps down. And let's check that takeoff trim one more time, please. Yep, bar looks good. Let me make sure there's nobody else waiting to get into the room. Nope. Okay, there's nothing I have to manage, so I can focus on the takeoff. 32 left. I'm going to kind of go slow. I'm trying to transition to using the rudders here because I feel like there is a little bit of nose wheel steering on this thing, but it's sluggish.
Might be a cast-ring nose wheel.
Actually, that's the one where you have to push back with the fork, right? Oh, it's the big red handle thing you have in the back of your aircraft. You have to kind of hook it onto the nose wheel.
Yeah, the pedals on a free cast-string geared plane aren't actually going to be connected to the nose wheel. They're just gonna. You'll basically be steering the airplane with the differential braking and your rudder.
Got it. Okay, now if I understand right, you it was make best climb to, was it 2,000 or 1,000?
You're gonna be flying
Diamond Star,
up to 1,500 feet, but you can start your crosswind turn at about 1,000 feet.
Crosswind turn to what? We're going north.
Contact center on.
Oh, right, you were wanting to fly over
DA40
China Harbor.
Diamond Star 2
Yeah.
8 November.
Is that in Georgetown or is that up?
What, you mean Golden Gardens?
SJX
Oh, Golden
Vision
Gardens,
1,
that's what I'm
Charlie,
talking
Victor, fly heading 340.
I'm checking in with
Flight
Seattle
340,
Control here.
SJX
Gotcha.
Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
Check in.
DA40 Diamond Star 2 8
I'm
November.
gonna pull the RPM back a little bit. That's enough of that.
DA40 Diamond Star 28 November, fly heading 220. Vectors for the visual, runway 34, climb and maintain 2,000.
Okay, what I'm hearing from center is fly heading
DA40 Diamond Star
220.
28 November, fly heading 220.
Huh.
Vectors
They
for the
want us to
visual,
do
runway
220 like
34,
right now.
Climb and maintain 2,000.
Well, actually, we're.
DA40
You heard
Diamond
'em.
Star 28 November, fly heading
I don't-
210. Vectors for the visual, runway 34, climb and maintain 2,000.
Okay. You know what?
DA40 Diamond Star.
He won't
28
shut up.
November, fly heading 210.
Hang on a second.
Vectors for the visual, runway 3.
Is this the computer?
Climb and maintain
Yeah, it's the computer.
2,000.
Fly heading 2 1.
Here, hang on a second. I'll cancel IFR and we'll handle it our own way.
1000 DA40 Diamond Star 2
Yeah, oh
8
yeah.
November.
If we're gonna do it along this route, you don't want to be IFR.
All right. Flight following has been canceled, and we're now approaching 1,500. So, and we're going fast. I'm going to go ahead and pull it back because we're starting to get into the yellow zone there.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 310. Report the field in sight.
Fly heading 310. Report the field in sight. SJX Vision 1
Oh, that's a
Charlie
cool
Victor.
engine monitor over there on the other.
Oh, this
That's
little guy here.
1, Charlie,
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah.
It's neat.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, cleared visual approach, runway 32.
All right. Let's see. All right, 1,500. That feels comfortable to me. Let's take a look at Seattle. Hello, city.
Harbor Blue is asking how quick you're going. Looks like you're about 130, 135 indicated.
It looks like 130 indicated.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, huh?
So you're heading towards which point again?
So it's Golden Gardens. It's going to be north of what's it called? West Point.
Oh yeah, Golden Gardens. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. I was like, where have I heard that? For some reason, I thought China Harbor on Westlake Avenue.
I know what you mean. I know the one you mean. It's where all the prom dinners are.
Yeah.
No. I'm not using that as a landmark. I'm trying to set my heading bug. This particular designer of aircraft has this supposedly very helpful button clicking system, and it's terrible. I have to be super careful.
It just seems to really snap over real quick.
It does, and I don't understand what the difference is between when I'm doing it right and when I'm doing it wrong. I love this reflection on the water. That is just glorious.
That's really cool.
Here we go. Okay, so this point right here, that's West Point, I believe.
Wait, is there smoke pouring out of your plane?
Oh, my mixture's probably too rich.
Huh.
It's gonna be fine, don't worry about it. I think that's meant to be a more nuanced effect than it really turns out to be. As a matter of fact, when I see it on my computer, it's actually partially transparent. When it's recorded by OBS, it's totally black.
Yeah,
It looks bad, doesn't it?
it like immediately appeared. I was like, wait a minute.
What's going on? What's going on,
That
buddy?
doesn't look right. I'm
No.
on fire.
I'm on fire. All right, so that is that the cut right there?
Oh yeah, you are well within your right to make that turn now.
All right, well, let's see what I'm going to do here.
I believe so. Well, you might still be slightly under the Bravo shelf, but keep turning around and maintain altitude.
No, we're good if I just... Oh, am I still broadcasting my stupid... Oh, I don't have your picture up here. Let's get rid of that. Hi, there you are. I'm still...
Hey, Charles, we have some folks wanting to know what your current airspeed is.
Current airspeed is... Let me see, I'm just looking at my... Speedo 131 indicated airspeed. Alright. Did you hear that okay, Chelsea?
Yep, I heard that just great. Sofa Justice Warriors, did you hear that okay?
Okay, we're on our way to... Looks like 46 magnetic, 046. I like this low cloud shelf. Now, what do we need to know about this airspace that we're headed into? I think we're still at 3,000 to 10,000 is Class B, so we want to be safe about that. And we're going to just peek out of it when we hit the north end of Lake Washington, but then we'll dive right back into it again.
Sorry about that. I saw that somebody had asked about the speed. It looks like that was Harbor Blue instead. Sorry, Sofa Justice Warrior.
Harbor Blue. Good to have you on the show. Yeah, the Diamond is a great performer. Such a sporty plane. Oh, and that was me thinking that that was the north end of Lake Washington. It's not. The north end of Lake Washington is over here to the left. Smoke means progress. I like that. Okay, we're starting to drift a little high, so I better get back down. Is Alex still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, buddy. I hear you. All right, so once we touch the north end of Lake Washington, take a right, and let's see, 125 magnetic, headed back down southeast. Start our journey to KRNT.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool, man. Particularly busy night there on, what is that? Is that I-5?
Yeah, the I-5. Apparently, virtual citizens of the area aren't too concerned about quarantine.
No, it seems like this is like free quarantine. Here, let's turn these lights up a little bit. Whoa. There we go. That's pretty. I especially like the blue on the engine readouts. All right.
You're coming up on
Yep, I see it.
Kenmore.
Seaplane base.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. If you haven't checked it out, if you're curious, they actually have a book written about the company called Success on the Step. I've got it here on my bookshelf, actually. The forward of the book is actually written by Harrison Ford,
Oh, no kidding.
who had a beaver redone for his own personal use.
Very
There.
nice. I've really enjoyed Kenmore Air. They're just a great airline. My wife and I took a flight up from Lake Union to Roche Harbor for our anniversary. Spent a few days up there. Just glorious.
Awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
they've been around since the 40s, I want to say, and they've put down planes everywhere from the Sound all the way up to the top of the Olympic Mountains on glaciers for a couple of research outposts up there a long time ago.
That's impressive. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of another cool trivia fact.
That is a good trivia fact. Now, let me ask you a question. Diligence about switching fuel tanks. Is it sort of just manufacturer's recommendations and what's in the manual, or is there sort of a rule of thumb about you want to switch them every X minutes?
I'm not familiar with the Diamond. It kind of depends on the tank configuration as well and how the system operates. The only aircraft I've flown that I can recall where a tank switch was required was the Piper.
Gotcha.
The Archers and the Warriors, in
Well,
which case we usually swap the tanks every half hour or so.
So,
And,
so you can
yeah.
see here, fuel level is essentially 2 ticks lower on my right tank than it is on my left tank. So maybe it doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot when this is going to be a short flight, but in case there was guidance that I'd be expected to know.
No, I mean in this case I think it'd be safe to just put on a timer about half hour or so. Fuel pump on, swap tanks, pump off after you check the fuel flow to make sure it's positive.
Got it. Got it.
But I'm sure the POH for the aircraft itself has its own manufacturer's recommendation.
So we're going to be coming up on Redmond PDQ here. On my 11 o'clock, it looks like there's a body of water. Yes? No?
Lake Sammamish, I see it over there.
Yep, and I do believe sort of at the head of Lake Sammamish we're supposed to make our turn to 180.
Yeah, it looks like if you want to hit the north tip of the lake there, you want to hook a left about 30 degrees at least.
Now what's this at least stuff? Aren't I not allowed to do any more than 30 degrees?
Oh, you can. And it's up to you, being like if you fire aircraft at this point, you're under your own navigation, so you can do anything that you like within, bounds of common sense and airframe limitations and the law to get exactly where you need to go.
I thought there was some sort of pretty standard reg about not banking any more than X degrees.
Yes, certain aircraft, if you go beyond a certain bank angle, the aircraft has to be rated in the aerobatic category, I believe.
Oh,
Don't
really?
quote me on that.
All right, time to turn again. Here we go.
Now, as a maneuver for the commercial certificate, you're required to perform steep turns at 50 degrees of bank, I believe.
Did you say 50?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yep.
Well, I ain't no millionaire, son.
Silver spoon in hand.
Then point the cannon at you, gal.
Yeah, such a good song.
I know. CCR. Right. Just kind of following some Amish here and making our way. Okay, now I want to check something with you here. VS, my friend. No. Minus 300 at a maximum here. Okay, so here's the thing I want to check. we talked about going through Renton airspace. And 25 ground to 2500 is Class Delta, and then Class Bravo starts at 3000. So if we just take it upstairs to, I don't want to take it to 2500. That's going to be an awful long way to shoot up, and we're going to cross in 30 seconds. So if I were to talk to them, so we dial up what, Renton approach, or
You dial up Renton Tower 124.7.
124.7. So I'm just going to do it on my little what's it here? 124.70. Okay, there it is. Switched into COM 1. And I do my push to talk, and I'd say Renton Tower, November 2428, November. And then what's the next thing I would tell them? What, transiting Class Delta airspace? Or
Yeah, the next thing you'd want to tell them is basically your position and altitude and your intentions.
I see. All right. So it would be something like
purposes of like a VFR transition at like a local tower. You're crossing I-90 now, so you could say that you're 5 miles northeast, 1,500 crossing I-90, and then requesting a VFR transition to the south.
Ah, okay. So let's see. Renton Tower, November 2428,
500.
November. Currently 5 miles northeast, crossing I-90, requesting transition to the south. Transition or transit or
Transition. Yeah.
transition to the south.
Very good.
Okay.
Then they would probably say, can't read your tail number, but
November 2428, November.
Diamond, November 2428, November, Renton Tower, southbound transition approved, remain east of 405.
And then do I simply repeat my call sign to indicate that I've heard him, or do I have to do a full read back?
You can do that, but having known a lot of controllers personally, they get pretty pissed off at that. So
full read back?
Do a full read back, yeah.
Okay, and sorry, remain east of what?
Of the 405.
Okay. Renton Tower, November 2428, November. Transition approved. Stay eastbound of the 405.
Yeah, that's basically just trying to instruct you to stay east of the highway so you don't get too close to the traffic pattern.
Okay. I think I'm okay. I think I'm all right. I want to change my heading to the left just a little bit. And that'll actually keep me further away from 405.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, so the next thing I want to do, and I was picking out a vague point, and I think it had to do with one of the approach plates I saw for KRNT, which is basically you go to Covington, and then you turn around toward Renton. So
Yeah, let me pull up the RNAV GPS 34.
yeah, let me pull that plate too. RNAV GPS 34. Okay, Zulad Fesla Wurak. Zulad, huh? Yeah, I think that's out at Covington. And I also don't think... Go ahead.
Hey Charles, why don't you try muting your Zoom audio, and we'll see if that helps with the double audio on your side.
Am I getting double audio on my side?
Just you, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, you're asking him to mute himself on this call?
Mute on the Zoom, because I think that he's picking up his audio is patched in through Twitch instead. And then if that doesn't work, then we'll just keep it like it was.
Okay, I guess just keep in mind if he mutes himself on Zoom, I'm not going to be able to hear him talk.
Oh, that's true. Are you not on the stream?
I'm on the stream, but the delay is such that the communication would be almost
that's
impossible.
Okay, well, never mind then, Charles.
Okay, I'll examine the stream recording after we're done and kind of see how bad it is. Thanks for watching out for me, though. I'm sure it is 2 tracks, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. It's probably the webcam microphone. I've just cut that off, so tell me if it's a little better here as we go. It might be, I might have fixed the problem because I had a secondary microphone that was picking up some of the voice. As cool as it is to sound like a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, and it is cool.
So are you going to be loading up the approach into your GPS, or how do you want to fly it?
Let me see if I can do so. FPL KRNT. No, wait. Clear. Okay. This frickin' thing. Okay, KRNT approach NDB 16. No. No, no. Those are all wrong. Chins 2, F8, Glazer 1. What the hell are these things?
Those are the stars, the standard terminal arrival routes.
I don't want those. I don't want departure. I want approach, but all I see is 16. Like I can't. It won't let me do anything other than 16. I don't know. So I think the answer is no.
That's fine.
All right. So what can we do instead?
Well, you just fly it in visually.
All right. Well, to KRNT is 319 magnetic because we're just crossing Covington now. So I'm going to take a right-hand turn. And I'll try to keep it around. I'm not doing a great job with keeping my altitude, but I'll try not to get it above 2,000. And I can tell it I want to go direct to KRNT, and they're really... I don't think I can lose by that.
Looks kind of like 167 over there, and maybe Highway 18 or something.
Oh yeah, that might actually be the 18, like 405 interchange, or the 167 405 interchange.
167 and 18 interchange probably.
I see. So we're a little bit further south. Okay.
Yeah, my guess is we're pretty far south. Let's see if I can.
It would be neat to add the 4-flight overlay like you had last night onto this.
Oh sure. Well, the only problem here, I'll go ahead and fire it up, and it should appear now. It just goes over top of Alec.
Oh, that's all right.
Never mind then.
Well, I mean, I think it's good in bursts. You know, I think it's like when there's something we can show. I think it's very valuable. And okay, let me see. I'm gonna pop this open one more time. Is it telling me direct track is 333? Because that I don't really. So it's saying
it's hard for me to see. For some reason, I've lost the ability to full screen.
Oh, sorry.
Stream.
Let's see. There's always that little button that says use.
Oh, you know what? I think I see your runway in sight about 12:30.
I have it.
Locked on. So in this case, You've transitioned the airspace to the south. Exiting the airspace. To get back in, you'll have to get in touch with the tower again.
Okay.
This is the same. So the first part of the call-up's the same as before, where you call them up, you tell them who you are, you tell them where you are, and then your intentions. In this case, it's just for a full stop landing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Looks like. Actually, we seem like we're actually still quite a ways away. Are we like? Oh no, we're only six miles away.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
All right, so it's Renton Town, November 2428, November, 6 miles south. And then I say request full stop landing, runway 34.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Cool.
Then I'd say something like November 2428, November, Renton Tower. Make straight in, runway 34, runway 34 cleared to land.
2428 November, runway 34 cleared to land. Okay, so 5 mile approach. This is where I embarrassingly say I don't know what my speeds are. So
For your approach?
Diamond DA40, I don't know what my speeds are supposed to be. Like at this point, I can't put the flaps out above 108. So
I'd say if you want to shoot for, this is just me ballparking, but I'd say at about 2.5
3
miles,
mile
be
final
at
runway
about
34.
about 90. About 2 miles, be at 80, and like 1.5 miles, be at 70 knots, and I will plan to fly that. What's your stall speed flaps out here? About 48 knots stall speed. The flaps out. I'm just gonna do a little bit of quick math.
I feel like we could probably do fine with 1 notch of flaps, but. All right, 2.8 miles.
Man, my
500.
computer's really suffering right now.
What's going on there, buddy?
It is a 5-year-old Surface Pro 3. That's been my main road laptop for
Flaps
a
down.
very long time, and it's not doing well with all the stuff going on.
80 knots, 1.5 miles.
Doing good.
One mile, 70 knots.
Looking perfect.
You can see the Skyway Hill up there to the left. .65 knots. Half a mile. Looks a little high.
I'd maintain about 65 all the way, and that'll be just about perfect as VREF speed.
I don't think we're going to touch down at the beginning here, but... Laps up. Exiting left. Those are some really sensitive wheel brakes. Holy cow.
Beautiful landing.
Thank you, Alec. Where can a gentleman park and get a drink around here?
Rainier Flight Service. Say, plug.
Which way?
Take a right turn on Alpha.
Right turn on Alpha. Was it on the other end of the runway?
It's kind of towards the north end of the field, yeah.
All right. Well, we got a second here. Stars are out. It's beautiful. Let me turn the landing lights off and stop blinding people.
You look for the green Quonset hut and the white hangar on the left are going to be a ways down.
Okay. Look for the sign that says "Eat it, Joe's."
Yeah.
7:52.
Pretty good.
I know. Not bad, huh?
Not at all.
There's a big mover up there. Somebody.
Delta, United.
Southwest. Southwest?
American.
Does commercial operate out of Renton?
No, these are all brand new airplanes.
I see.
Currently, they park them all over the airport because there's not enough space for a lot of them.
I see taxiway 2 Alpha.
Trying to see.
No. There's something else coming up. Hang on. Taxiway 1 Alpha is coming up.
Alpha 1. It might be here on your left, actually.
Oh wait, this is it?
Yeah. Well, now you're in the pro flight area. Sorry, the stream's kind of behind. That's the customs trailer up ahead there.
You want me to go ahead and cross to the other end of the field? Or the other end of the runway?
No, you can just kind of pull in anywhere in here and
That sounds good.
grab a spot. I think we're by Northwest Seaplanes right now.
I believe we are. Who's hogging all the space? Got to watch out for this fence here.
Yep.
I can't remember what the parking brake button is, so we're just going to pretend I hit that.
There you go.
Fuel pump. Boop, 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 boop.
Dang, this is really detailed scenery. Holy crap.
Oof.
Nicely done.
Thank you, sir. That was masterfully coached, and I appreciate it. I always do.
Indubitably.
All right.
Yeah, just a good rule of thumb for speeds on final approach should be about 1.3 times your
Here comes that
flaps out
BMW
stall
again.
Speed.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Where's the BMW? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's nobody driving it. Ghost BMW.
Ghost drivers around Renton, real problem.
We tried to scare them off by shooting flares at them.
Yes, we did.
Mic quality sounds like you're in a cereal box. Jesus. Okay, Right Wish TV. I will fix that for the next one.
Right now, the Boeing plant is straight in front of you guys, and the Ridge hatchback building is actually where the Poseidon is made.
Wait, where? Hang on. Let's take a look at this. Oh, here comes the microphone police. So is it across the way? Is that what you mean, Chelsea? Or
Yeah, it's the hangars across the airport that looks like it's a sawtooth roof.
Mm-hmm. The P8 Poseidon.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, one of us is gonna have to move. Okay.
BMW's developing your grill.
He played chicken with me and he lost. All right. Well, we're gonna get that audio fixed. I'm glad we figured that out. And actually, is it any better now that I turned that secondary microphone off or no? Anybody?
Bueller?
I'm just asking whether anybody watching the stream felt like the microphone got better or not. Because I thought I kind of figured it out. All right. I will watch the stream and we will figure it out. It's better than it was. Thank you, Harbor Blue. Much appreciated. Okay. Well, then we've got, so where we are from yesterday, come and gone throughout the whole stream. Yeah, that sounds like Zoom, so we're going to have to figure out what's going on with Zoom. That sounds like it might be it. Probably some kind of feedback loop. Okay, so we do have Zoom video working. We've been able to turn off and on the tablet connection to ForeFlight. We did get RoboATC working, though we're probably not going to use it. We've figured out northbound departure from KBFI. We didn't violate any Class Bravo airspace today, so there's a minimum of paperwork. What else? Other victories today for Workup 2. I think the landing was better. Didn't bounce.
Great landing. Practicing those transition calls for the Delta. And I guess maybe I feel like the RNAV to 3-4 should be in your GPS database.
Let's figure that one out, because I'm really wigged out that I can open the GPS and I can see all the approaches to 1.6 and I can't see 3.4. It feels like it's probably on another page and I just don't know how to get to that page.
Part of me really wants to say that
hang on a second. Let me just
it's a new approach.
I'll just click on the avionic. Oh no, I bet I can't. I bet it needs more power than that.
Part of me wants to say that this approach is fairly recently designed, so it might not even be in the box. But let me just.
I should probably download a new database for that box. I think you can do that.
I'd expect you probably could. Let me.
Well, just one more thing to add to the list.
Yeah, on the plate here it says RNAV GPS runway 34 Renton Municipal original issued 5 December of 2019. So this might be very recent.
Yeah, I'll bet you the X-plane stuff that's bundled into this GPS is crummy. So let's see about figuring that one out. And any other thoughts, dump them on the Slack channel and we'll chat about it. And it's on to the next workup.
Sounds good. We'll chat on Slack.
All right. Thanks again, everybody, for joining the stream. Don't forget, May 6th is going to be the big GiveBIG, so 12 noon. We'll be doing workups every night, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's been great to have you on board. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.